Well, there's all kinds of activity down here on the floor of the Edward Jones Dome in St. Louis. It's Monster Energy AMA Supercross and FIM World Championship. Jason Weigandt, Jim Holley here on one of the wildest Supercross tracks we've ever seen. It is Travis Pastrana-designed here. We're covering it on supercrossonline.com. And Jim, some of these obstacles you've never seen before, some of them we haven't seen in decades. It is a wild layout tonight.
Well, you mentioned those decades. This is back when I used to ride, Jason. We used to have a lot of these berms this way, and you know, I'm interested to see, because you got to remember, back when I rode, we didn't have the suspension that these guys have in the 450s. We'll see how these guys rocket out of these corners. Usually we're outside these stadiums, but we thought it was so interesting to come inside. I mean, you saw Chad Reed, Kevin Wyndham, they're talking to everybody, they're talking to the Dirtworks guys. They're still moving dirt just before practice, because Travis, you know, he designed the track, and there's a lot of obstacles, especially on the backside. There's a jump that's 96 feet. But they have another section where if you don't want to go big, you can go short. So it'll be interesting. They're jumping over the first turn as they come in. It's interesting. I haven't seen in a Supercross where they cross the track 3 times on the start line. You better hope everybody gets to the first turn, or you might have to have the red flag, because the track does cross the starting line.
Well, Travis Pastrana himself, he is racing here, and he kind of said the goal was, since his timing is going to be a little off, he hasn't raced Supercross in a long time, why not throw everyone's timing off by making it one of the wildest tracks of all time? And that is the goal, to make riders make mistakes. That could really mix things up tonight.
Yeah, especially in that championship. You know, Chad Reed has an 8-point lead over James Stewart with 6 rounds to go. Anything can happen to that. I did an interview with Travis earlier, and I said, hey, what happens if you find yourself whole shot in that main event and you got Stewart and Reed behind you, or you're in between them? You know, these guys are going for a championship. This is a one-off race. He says, I'm here to have fun, you know, I just want to go out there and do it, you know, and we'll see what happens. But on the other hand, you know, the lights, Porcel's got a pretty good lead in there. You know, I think that Austin Stroop sitting in that second position now, and Nico Izzy in the third, not making that main event last weekend. I look for Nico Izzy and Austin Stroop to put a couple more wins. Austin Stroop has 2 on the season, Nico Izzy has none. So I think Porcel's just going to ride and protect that lead, but you never know. If he gets a great start and he's out fun, he could come away with another win. But either way you slice the pie, it's going to be interesting here tonight, because anytime you bring Travis Pastrana racing and a Travis Pastrana designed course into a stadium like we have here in St. Louis, it's going to be exciting.
Well, it's a circus indeed. His whole Nitro Circus crew is here. There's going to be a lot of fans, I'm sure, in these stands just to see Travis. We don't know how he's going to do. He doesn't know how he's going to do. You're going to have to tune into our webcast tonight at supercrossonline.com to find out.